with you. You'll spoil my focus.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness. But Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior? Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorceries of Ursil. Thou shalt see further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Ursil. Knight Artorius came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet. May the flames guide thee.
Okay, so I was a colossal freaking idiot. Jesus Christ. I have to sincerely apologize. I had no idea that I wasn't actually able to hear my own voice until I just plugged in the microphone. I'm so sorry about that, everyone. I'm really sorry about that. I can't begin to tell you how apologetic I have to be. So much lore I went over, so much crap I said. And you wouldn't even be able to hear a single thing I said, because how could you? I feel super terrible. I feel like a massive idiot. Okay. So let's start over from the beginning. Assuming you were watching the video, you should be able to... You should have remembered what that talking mushroom woman was trying to tell us about Knight Artorias earlier. Right? So, let's go here. Alright, let's talk to him. Okay, so, let's just start this over from the top since you guys were not able to hear me before. Again, I feel super stupid. Alright, so check this out. This is the soul of Knight Artorias, victim of the Abyss. Soul of War Gwyn's Knight Artorias, who was consumed by the Abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the Abyss only told half the story. It seems that he was defeated and his honor preserved by some unsung hero who was a true victor of the Abyss. Basically, what we did was that we came to the past and we put Artorias out of his misery. Because of that, people were not allowed to see his sorry, decrepit state years later after the fact. Let me go over the lore I already mentioned for Artorias again. Let's see here. One of the four knights of Anlondo and friends with Go and Siren. Artorias was a holy warrior and master swordsman. He was present during the fall of New Londo, being awarded a blessed pendant for his role in helping stave off the Dark Wraiths, although there are those who believe he willingly made a covenant with the Abyss instead, given how he was able to enter its void. He's one of the main characters encountered... Okay. Void. And... yeah. Basically, Artorias didn't defeat the Abyss, he lost to the Abyss, and he became an undead. That's his sad, sorry tale. And this is an even sadder tale. Right here.
You... Is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
Yes, I would.
Thank you. You are very kind. Please take this. I no longer need it. May the Lord guide you.
Alright. So, this woman just gave us 2 weapons. Okay, so we're up here. The Dark Silver Tracer. Now, I want you to pay attention to the fact that there's a very high dexterity requirement and a low strength requirement, plus an S in dexterity scaling. So you know this is meant to be a massive dex weapon. And I want you to pay especially good attention to the critical hit modifier down beneath the Dark Silver Tracer. 160 bonus critical damage. That means its parries and backstabs will deal more damage on average than a regular daggers would. I think it's even more powerful critically than a rapier. Alright. A dark silver dagger used by the Lord's Blade Siren of Gwyn's 4 Knights. The victim is first distracted by dazzling streaks of the Gold Tracer, then stung by the vicious poison of this dagger. And what is the Gold Tracer? Another high dexterity acquired weapon, this time with A in dexterity scaling. Curved sword used by the Lord's Blade Siren, the Lord's Glory Knights. Siren brandishes her sword in a mesmerizing dance, etching the darkness with dire streaks of gold. Look at that. 6. Yeah. That's the one-handed R2. The two-handed R2 is a short combo. The two-handed R2 is a high DPS weapon that swings faster than Uchi Katana. Unfortunately, the Dark Tracer can't be buffed. Instead of a kick to knock off someone's shield when we press R1 forward, this happens. We did a flip. Let's talk to Siren one more time.
May the Lord guide thee.
Oh, she doesn't talk too much, so okay. One of the 4 Knights of Anorlando, Lord's Blade Siren was a mistress at using daggers and worked as the group's subterfuge and assassination expert. A corpse carrying her hornet ring is found near Artorias' grave, indicating she was the first to safeguard his grave. So here's the thing. This area right here is actually... yeah, this is a little gravestone she made for Artorias. But we can see a gravestone, a much larger gravestone for Artorias back in the present day in the main game, hidden behind a locked door in the Dark Root Garden. Oasiel is actually what the Dark Root Garden eventually becomes in the modern day, lost to the greenery and the rust that, and finally to the darkness. Pretty much all of that. Pretty much all of that's gone now. Let's see here. Let's see here. Faceless. Now, one of the things that she will do is that she has a problem with human beings. But she will only talk about her distaste for human beings if you choose to attack her. And the only reason she would have that level of distaste for a human being is if you're trying to kill her. So she might have a point about you, you know. And one last thing about Siren that's actually kind of interesting is that it's strongly implied through her actions and her dialogue that she had romantic feelings for Artorias. And her last words, should you try to kill her, are, "My dear Artorias." In fact, when you talk to Hawkeye Go, he'll eventually tell you outright that Siren had feelings for Artorias. Outright. Let's see. I'll use my last Twin Humanity here. Hope I don't get instant invaded while I'm just trying to buff up my bonfire. Because believe me, you'll need the... through this part of the game, no matter what level you are. Oh, look at all these summon signs. God. You will definitely need to have a lot of Estus Flask this part. All that crap you're hearing downstairs, it's not friendly. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hey! Grass is going out of the staircase. I genuinely didn't see that. Item to pick up over here. Soul of a Hero. Nice. And, well, Souls of a Hero are really not worth much to us anymore. The thing we want to do is get boss souls. There's someone up here. It's locked. Oh, I guess I can't go over here yet. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, well, in that room is Hawkeye Go. I'm just gonna say that right now. He was Artorias'... I mean... So here's how Gwyn's 4 knights go. His 4 knights were Knight Artorias, the Sword and Border, Lord's Blade Siron, the Subterfuge and Assassination Expert, Hawkeye Go, the leader of Artorias' great archers against the dragons in the Great War. And finally, Dragon Slayer Ornstein, the lightning-encased spearman. Yep, here we go. We're getting invaded. I don't even mind dying at this point, to be honest. Did I mention that this is actually one of the most popular places to PvP against other players? When you, You know what? Yeah. Let's summon Giant Mom. Something failed? Sure. Man, some people are really... Okay. Looks like Giant Mom decides to just vanish on us. And it looks like whoever tried to get summoned couldn't invade my world. Alright. You look pretty unique. But you look like you have a good weapon. Oh, someone got to you first. Oh, these red phantom signs? You can touch these and intentionally summon an invader to your world. And if you do that, what actually happens is you lose the ability to... But that's just basically inviting a player into your world. You still die if you do that, so the risk is, do you want to get invaded or not? You... Oh, you know what? Let's put Godfell in the game, because he has the Obsidian Greatsword. And that's pretty interesting. Oh, crap, that's right. Oh, crap, that's right. I forgot to bring myself the, Godfell. Oh, my God. Alright. Crap. I feel super bad about having to do this. I feel super bad about having to do that, but... I need to put in Cast Light. Alright, Giant Mom. Okay. Okay, now I have the person I want. Yeah, I don't feel bad about summoning for help here. Part of it is just the earlier frustration at losing 30 humanity. Alright. Let's say, hi Mom, seeing Greatsword. Okay, you know what? I'll summon Godfell back since I felt bad by him being taken back in the first place. Alright. Let's brace the sun. Alright, let's get going. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. Wastefield Township. Yeah. I'm not in the mood to be messed around with today. You wanna Grave Lord me? Oh well. Yay. Yeah, be distracted by me, bitch. So, these guys can be farmed for Titanite and Large Titanite if you really feel like it, but it's not necessary. Yep. Oh, man. Oh, man, this feels so right. I'm just walking right through it all. And I have absolutely no issue with it. Woo! Oh no! Oh no! We lost a Phantom. Oh. Alright, well, just one should be fine. Yeah, no, that's a giant dad. There goes the Grave Lord Servant. Very good. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Woo! Yeah, no. This person. Pain in the neck. Green Titan Shard. Fortnite. There's a dark spirit actually calling himself Fortnite, of course. Well, the train ride's about to end. Alright, whatever. Let's just get going. More rubbish. Backstab. That's enough to win a kill. Yep, here he comes. Alright. Okay. Well. Fortnite was vanquished, so we shouldn't be invaded for a while. That's fine. The bloated heads. They're called bloated heads. Oh my god. Oh my god! Jesus Christ. The worst thing about dying is when you live due to the magic pixel and then you die anyway. Well, since I no longer feel bad about playing in human form, I mean, literally no longer feel bad about it. Let's get Dingus in here. Come on. This guy's clearly an offensive word for black people. It's the only thing I can think of that make any sense. Vincent. So, after 14 minutes of not being able to hear anything I said, the only thing I have to show for it is, well, okay. Alright. Man, I don't even care if I look extremely scrubby for going on my way to grind up to soul level 104, but still sending my way to store. Mantis, because... Alright, because I really don't care anymore. What? You know what, Dingus? Fine. I don't care. That was ridiculous. Oh, you're still going on. Okay, never mind. Wow. I don't want you to literally leave me behind, dude. That would be embarrassing. Jesus Christ. Alright. I can hear a crystal lizard, but... Yeah, no, I was never gonna get that crystal lizard. Okay. You sit down for good, hopefully. Oh my god. Like, goddamn. Yeah, we can kill people now. That's hilarious. Alright. The key thing they have to do is look out for up there. Oh god. Woo! Jesus Christ, okay. Okay. Oh wow, that guy just glitched up on his own. Yes. Now we can go... Now with the crest key, this allows us to challenge Hawkeye Go. Alright. A twin humanity. A rare item, no doubt, but not the one I was looking for. And shortcut. A very important shortcut since it allows us to go back here. Yeah. Oh, the Phantom's already fighting. Nice. Right? Thank you for that. Alright. That can serve everyone down here. Yeah. Alright. Now I have to kill this guy. He's a mini-boss, so what we're really going to be doing is soul-spearing him. No chance. He drops the chain helmet. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for that. Alright, Havina. Thanks for your service. Silvery Warrior. Looks like we might not be getting the pendant I actually want to get for this, but oh well. I've forgotten where it was. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't. So this is gonna come up. We're gonna kill it. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much the last little area of this DLC. This is where we get off. So he has 45 multiplayer victories. Damn. Light the bonfire. Let's kindle it up. Let's see, I think for this one... need to... another casting of Soul Spear here. Alright, let me see here. Let's go back to the township. See if I can do this. See if I can summon some guys, bring them down with me through the shortcut. Alright, dude, yeah. Couple of Grave Lords that I don't care to deal with. Swindle, swell. Just stay around me. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. 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 Whoa, you come back? That's new. Thought you were gone for good. Yikes. Oh. Oh, so he comes back twice, I think. Once to get the chain helmet, the second time to get the chain leggings. After that, yeah, it's basically just... Okay. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Hopefully my phantoms didn't just get blasted. Alright. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Chasm of the Abyss, the final area. The DLC. Thank you for killing that crystal lizard for me. Oh my god. Beware of enemy. Oh my god, no! Oh my god, no. Lost a fan, great. That's Dark Fog. Just in case you wanted to know what in the world it just did. Jesus Christ. We have Dark Bead. Dark Bead's like the sorcery. The dark sorcery down here. Alright. Alright. Ooh. Those are just plain old humanity. Big humanity, small humanity, it's all humanity. So be careful when you're going down here. Woo! Yeah, no, this place is a safe area for you to drop. What you're supposed to do at this part is just follow the cat person here. And yeah, they have a common drop rate of humanity. Another thing is... Oh no, we're about to get invaded. That sucks because we're so close to the shortcut. Yeah, going near them or through them is enough to damage you. Big humanities and small humanities don't exactly have they don't have I guess you can't unlock that shortcut if you have a summon with you, because the whole point of coming down here is to make sure you can be summoned. Shine on, you little wolf, you. Shine on. Cleansing Great Shield. I'm gonna bow to you, wolf. Alright. Hope we got enough spells left for the boss, because I don't want to use any more. Oh, jeez. 2 casters against the most physical... I actually really wish you wouldn't use any more of your casts up like that, because we're almost there. This way, I think. Yeah, this way. At this point, yeah, we're just avoiding them. Woo! Oh boy. Okay. No idea where you went. Okay. Well, that's who you are. Yeah, I genuinely forgot where I was supposed to go here. Okay, thank you for that. Oh, genuinely forgot. Somewhere sort of difficult to know where to go when you can't really see anything. Let me see. Oh, looks my luck. No summon signs down here. Oh, it just kicked at humanity down. Oh, man. Soul of a hero. Alright. So... okay, here it is. The big boss of the Chasm of the Abyss. The big boss. Yeah. In case you couldn't tell. In case you couldn't tell, that was the thing that, oh my god. This is, the summon sign of Grey Wolf Sith. Okay? Yeah, so Manus here is really aggressive. Not even kidding around. And I have no compunctions whatsoever about bringing a summon to this fight to get the soul of Manus. None whatsoever. 10 humanity from him as well. I don't feel bad about it at all. I get why people might have a problem with me doing it, but I don't feel bad about it at all. And there's Dusk that we have rescued for the second time. In sequence, this is the second time we've rescued Dusk, but chronologically, this is the first time we've done it. So, Manus, the Father of the Abyss. Now, unlike the other times, we're not going to bother kindling the bonfire here 2 plus 4, because there's no point. This bonfire is only here to signal that we've beaten the boss fight. We're basically safe down here, so... let's level up our vitality a couple times. 21, okay. It's kind of weird that 54,000 souls is no longer enough to level up once, isn't it? So let's go over the boss soul. Soul of Manus. Look at this. We have 30 soft humanity. 10 of that is from beating Manus the first time. 10 of that. That's incredible. Soul of Manus, Father of the Abyss. Soul of Manus, Father of the Abyss. This extraordinary soul is a viscous, lukewarm lump of gentle humanity. Ancient Manus was clearly once human, but he became the Father of the Abyss after his humanity went wild, eternally seeking his precious broken pendant. Oh, and broken pendant. Yo, look at this. Half of a broken stone pendant. The vine appears to originate from Uesil. That first sentence right there is a hint as to where you're supposed to go after you get the pendant from the crystal golem in the Duke's archives. There is no other place for it. No other place for it. It's a vague hint, but it's still something you can use in-game. Man, these people really don't tell you how to access the DLC at all. A powerful magic can be sensed from this ancient stone, yet men of this time can neither manipulate nor sense its power, which has a distinct air consisting of both reverence and nostalgia. So yeah, this is Manus' pendant. Manus is the main antagonist of the Artorias the Abysswalker content, described as being a primeval human and abyssal creature. And because of this, he has a significantly huge place in the lore, believe it or not. So let's go over it. Whatever Manus is, he's not in the same state. Oh, we can still be Grave Lorded down here. That's hilarious. I did it. Yes, I did it. Yes, you both did. We all did it. It doesn't matter how you did it. You all did it. Praise the sun. Over there is an invisible wall that you can't fall off of. Mercifully. Don't be an idiot. Just random grunts and groans. I think she always spawns here instead of just spawning wherever you kill Manus. So here's the thing. Manus is responsible for tainting Artorias with the power of the Abyss and making the citizen of Uesil's humanity go out of control, turning them into mindless monsters. And by the by, his influence is so great that the various fragments that reformed into a human shape in Dark Souls 2 follow a similar approach in order to topple various great kingdoms. Yeah. Nashandra? Remember her from Dark Souls 2? Manus is where Nashandra came from. She's essentially one of his reincarnations. And in the Dark Souls 2, each member of the, each king belonging to one of the kingdoms in the Crown Trilogy DLCs was married to another one of Manus' human reincarnations, each one a queen, with varying levels of power, in equivalence to however much of Manus' original soul that they had when they reincarnated. So Nashandra was actually the weakest shard of Manus, while the DLC queens are all stronger than her in various ways. Uesil Township Dungeon. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Basically, the main quest line of the DLC is the path to rescue Dusk of Uesil from Manus, Father of the Abyss again. And along the way, you put Artorias to rest. Put him out of his misery, and you defeat the Father of the Abyss.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk.
Yes, we have.
Rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all.
And you get Elizabeth's mushrooms for successfully defeating Manus and rescuing Dusk.
I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way. For thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. May the flames guide thee,
So Elizabeth is the name of this giant talking mushroom here. And she has sworn to turn our accomplishment into myth as to not disrupt the flow of time and erase the present that we came from. Basically, the legend of Artorias the Abyss Walker is actually the player's legend. You're the one who halted the spread of the Abyss in Oasil with your defeat of Manus. Artorias lost. You didn't. And that's how... But history needs to remember that Artorias is the one who saved Oasil for the sake of in-universe continuity. And that's actually pretty neat. Remember, the time is already convoluted enough with being able to summon people from different points in history. We don't need to make it even more difficult to understand. So Elizabeth's mushrooms are large medicinal mushrooms of Elizabeth, keeper of the sanctuary. Eating this mushroom invigorates the flesh and greatly restores HP for a limited duration. Its dramatic effect can make the difference between a warrior's life and death. Yeah, I'm not going to use them right now because they're probably even more precious than the divine blossoms that you can collect throughout the main game in the main game, because you only get 3 Elizabeth mushrooms. They completely and fully restore your HP, and you regenerate, and they do that by regenerating your HP at an alarmingly fast rate. Like, it's really fast, and that's why you're so handy. So what we're going to do here is attune the Dark Sorcery. Check this out. Abyss Sorcery discovered by an Oasil sorcerer on the brink of madness. Fire successive dark orbs. In contrast to standard soul sorceries, Abyss sorceries are weighty and inflict physical damage. Perhaps a human soul is close to Nether and humanity. Now, here's the thing about yeah, check this out. Dark Bead, right there. Look at that. Yeah, the dark orbs... The dark orbs all do that. So what's basically going on is that you get 6 shots of Dark Bead. And the best way to use Dark Bead is to make it basically a shotgun. And what that means is, what you're going to want to do with Dark Bead is to make sure that you get up close and personal to where it is you want to use it on, and then that way you use it on them. You kill them with Dark Bead. And the reason you want to do that... Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Basically, if all 4 shots from Dark Bead successfully connect with whatever it is you're trying to hit, it'll deal even more damage to a single enemy or boss than... And I do mean than... a single shot of Crystal Soul Spear. Dark Bead is potentially the most powerful, most damaging sorcery in the game, as of this DLC. It's that reason it became one of the most used types of sorceries in player versus player combat. So now we have the township key. What we're going to do is unlock the gateway to Hawkeye Go. Heavy at work. Alright, so more about Manus. Manus doesn't attack out of pure malice or evil. Rather, he was driven to an insane frenzy by his humanity when the citizens of Wastefield disturbed his grave. Oh, we can close the door. By the time you storm the chasm of the abyss, he's nothing more than a crazed and wild animal and needs to be put out of his misery before he harms anything else. Even when it's revealed in the sequel that his remnants plan to swamp the world in dark, it can be seen as more of them having a severe case of blue and orange morality rather than being, pure evil. And another thing about Manus is that despite him being dead prior to the start of the vanilla game, because our fight with him took place in the past, what he represents is the underlying force perpetuating Dark Souls' endless cycle where the first flame must be kept lit. One of the reasons being the first flame keeps the abyss, the unfettered form of the Dark Soul, at bay. And should that fail, all humanity would likely be turned into monsters like Manus. So basically, Manus' importance to the lore. One of the things I kept hearing about after he was released is that he's could have been the furtive pygmy that was seen in the game's opening cinematic intro. It's just that that was one of the long-standing beliefs until Dark Souls 3 came out. But yeah, Manus is super connected to the lore. Let's see. Yeah. Like all descendants of the furtive pygmy, Manus was gifted with a shard of the pygmy's unique Lord Soul, which is dubbed the Dark Soul. However, his soul went out of control and became the embodiment of the Abyss. The true Manus to justify some of existence. And yeah, the Abyss was basically caused by a fragment of the Dark Soul going wild. It's super, super tragic that this guy is super important to the lore because he is literally the reason the Abyss exists, and the First Flame exists largely because without it, the Abyss will just keep spreading, and there's the fear that humanity will lose itself to his darkness. So speaking of ancient times and old wars, what does Hawkeye go have to say about any of this? Well, he won't actually say anything about Manus, but you get what I'm trying to go with here.
A visitor, have we? Thou must be the one who freed Artorias, that old friend he was. Thanks to thee, he left this world with honor intact.
Yeah.
Here I am, retired and blind. Of little help to thee, I'm afraid.
So yeah. You can buy these carvings from him. And those carvings, you can also buy Titanite, large Titanite, green Titanite, of course, standard stuff. But the important thing here is great arrows. Great arrow used by Hawkeye Go. One of Lord Gwyn's 4 knights. For dragon slaying requires great bow. Go personally crafts each stone tip and wraps the shaft tightly with mere tree bark. These arrows are made out of trees in stone, but they're super powerful. And Go only needs to do this by hand because he's a giant.
If thou seekest to explore this domain, be wary of a black dragon. I fear thee no match for this terrible beast. There's
Yeah.
very little to be said. What good is a dog with no hands to hunt?
Yeah, no.
To be alive, I suppose.
So yeah, what that means is he used to be the leader of the Great Archers during the war against the dragons, but after that, he basically retired and decided to keep watch over the Black Dragon he just talked about. Just in seclusion here, in Oastiel. I think he also decided to stay here to keep watch over Artorias, but he couldn't actually do anything about him. Let's see here. Yeah, he's honestly one of the friendliest characters in the series. Like, I think he's up there with Solaire and Sigmar in terms of being friendly to you, because he's really friendly. He doesn't want to attack you, he's just doing his own thing. He's just chilling out, enjoying his retirement. Yeah. Alright. So quickly, this is what each of his carvings will do. Very quickly. Hello, carving. Thank you, carving, and... Very good, carving. Check this out.
Hello!
Dude carves these things out of wood. And they are actually...
Thank you!
Yeah, they actually sound like Go, if you can remember.
Very good!
Yeah, they actually do sound like Go. So check this out. Head carved of arched trees by Go is imprisonment. Go imparts an emotion to each and every completed carving, which helps him achieve personal enlightenment. When a head is disturbed, it speaks reflecting the emotion conferred to it. This head says, hello. Have another look. Do you sense the amicability in these eyes? This head says, thank you. Have another look. Is this not the face of gratitude? This head says, very good. Have another look. Does it not appear quite jovial? Basically, what these things are supposed to be are emotes. When FromSoft noticed how popular all the online cooperative stuff was coming among the player base, they create this DLC, and then they added these types of items to it that allowed you to better communicate to the summoned phantoms, or to the person who summons your phantom to his world, not only your intentions, but also what you're trying to do. How polite and affable you are to them, all that good stuff. And there goes Siren. Once you give her the soul... Yeah, tears. Once you give Siren Artorias' soul, that's basically it. She's gone. She's gone for the entire game. Back in the Royal Wood. Now, I should mention that over there is actually the shortcut that would have taken us from the Royal Wood straight down to the Chasm of the Abyss, if we decide to stay. Oh no, this is the shortcut. Yeah, that's the shortcut we would have been able to take. So instead, we have to go down here. Oh, man. Let's go over here, just to get that item. Yeah, those are basically just the same undead hollow dogs that we can find in the base game. Reskinned. Not necessarily important. Not important at all. They're very agile, though. Very agile. Got you that one. So down here is where we need to go to initiate the next boss fight. Oh, we lost that crystal lizard. You can see the black dragon that we saw earlier in the episode, and that Hawkeye Go decidedly warned us against. Well, not earlier in this episode, but early in the previous episode. So let's see here. Return to bonfire. Yeah. If we had stayed any longer, that thing would have just murdered us. Now, I think once we activate the boss gate for this area, we'll be capable of being invaded while we're in the Royal Wood again. Because Calamite takes over for Artorias as the boss of the Royal Wood area, simply because of the fact they're actually just located in the same area. So if you're just on a rush to get to the boss, just need to tell you right now, right there, so that you know what's going on and you'll be properly warned. Alright, let me see here. Jesus Christ. There we go. We can keep the gold pine resin right there. It's not going to add nearly as much AR to our attacks as, say, crystal magic weapon will, but it'll work. Here we go. Oh yeah. Answer yes.
I thought as much. He's called Calamite. Ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Anna Londa dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but my intent is to persevere to the bitter end.
Yeah, we're gonna kill that dragon.
Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness? I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch, and see how Goth hunts dragons.
Now watch a master at work. Remember, the man is blind. Remember that. Jesus Christ.
Yes. A truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling.
Thanks to this fine gentleman over there, we now have access to Calmeet as a boss fight. Now, I should say right now that Calmeet has a tail weapon. And it is by far the most difficult tail weapon in the game to get. In fact, it's so difficult to get. The sad part is that it's so difficult to get that's not actually really worth getting. You know? You're in the DLC. You need to have pretty much maxed out weapons or a sufficiently comfortably high soul level in order for you to do this. But in order for you to tackle this DLC, you need either maxed out weapons or a sufficiently high soul level with all the gear you're comfortable bringing. Right? But in this case, the Obsidian Great... So, when you can... While you can get the tail weapon, it's still a weapon that doesn't actually scale to your stats. So, here we go. Let me cut you. Yeah. Hop down here to safety. Why not? So, there's Calmeet over there. As you can see, we did a lot of damage to him so far, just doing that. Ouch. Oh, man. Yep, no. Okay. So Dark Beam is actually not doing as much damage to Calmy as I recall it doing. Okay. Woo! Woo! Okay. So, alright, 8 Soul Spear left. Ah. Okay. Jesus Christ. Alright. Okay. Okay, come on. Dang. See what I mean about the tail being extremely difficult to cut? In fact, it's literally not worth it trying to cut the tail weapon because it's just going to make me take more time than it really should to deal with this boss. Alright. Praise the stuff, Calamy. You're a good boss fight, but the tail weapon is really not worth it. Another 72,000. So, okay. Since we have a drop from the boss, let's look at it. Calamity Ring. A ring enchanted by the orange eye of Calamy, the bringer of calamity. Doubles damage received by its wearer. A useless ring befitting of no finger, best left unknown or at least well hidden. Basically, as long as you have the ring equipped, you will literally take double damage from every source. It's not that your defenses are halved, it's that you'll take double damage from everything. So it's useless for two reasons. One, there's literally no benefit to doubling your damage at all. It's a pointless ring drop, so the only reason you want to wear it is for a challenge run, right? Well, here's the second reason. The second reason is that in order to get it, you have to beat one of the toughest bosses in the game. It's almost just a worthless item and reward, because without it, the only bosses you have left to beat are basically just Manus if you decide to get Calamy instead of going immediately to deal with Manus, and the rest of the bosses you have to deal with for the rest of the game. So even if you felt comfortable using the ring for the rest of the game, wouldn't you rather challenge yourself by having it at the beginning of the game? At best, you can use it on New Game Plus playthrough, but honestly, New Game Pluses, you'll take so much damage from everything already that you're basically just asking to play a no damage run, because otherwise you'll die anyway. Add to the fact that obviously you have to lose one of your ring slots, and it's just not very worthwhile as an item. It's not. Don't ever use it. This, on the other hand, is a very useful item. It is a Titanite slab that is guaranteed to show up in your playthrough. It is one of the 2 Titanite slabs that you will have no genuine problem getting to show up in your playthrough if you really wanted to. Hey, we finally have over 1,000 health. Great. Let's see, warp the township in order to get our prize from Hawkeye Go. So before I get to go, I should mention right now that during the boss fight with Mass has the ability to fire several powerful dark sorcery attacks at you. Like, basically Dark Bead on crack and Dark Orb on crack, all that crazy stuff. But there's a special pendant you can get in this game, in the township area, that will allow you to repel all dark sorcery attacks as you keep pressing the square button. It's a reusable, infinite use item that you use in your, the same way you use your Estus Flask. Highlight it, then press square. And then you bounce off all... You summon a shield around you that bounces off all dark magic. It works on those bloated head sorcerers, it works on Manus, and it works against other players online if they use dark sorceries. I didn't find it, but I didn't need to because I decided to get something even more powerful than the dark sorcery nullifier, and that was another player's help.
Why, thou hast defeated Calamite, wondrously played. Lord Gwyn's blessing upon thee. That beast will never take to the skies again.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Dragons shall never be forgotten. We knights fought valiantly, but for every one of them, we lost 70 of our own.
War never changes.
Pride, hatred, rage. The dragons teased out our dearest emotions. Thou will understand one day. With our twilight, old thoughts return in great waves of nostalgia.
Yeah. Oh man, heavy stuff, but Go's pretty much right. The War of the Dragons basically changed everything for the kingdom, for Gwyn's kingdom. It's the whole reason Seif the Scaleless is the Duke, and Seif, as you'll eventually find out later on in this playthrough, is actually responsible for a fair number of things that are relevant to the rest of the lore and to what we're doing. Before I continue, I'll just read the description for the Obsidian Greatsword, since we're never going to get it. This great axe, it's a text error, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by the tail of the one-eyed black dragon Calamite, the last of the ancient dragons. The mystical power of its obsidian blade will be released when held with both hands. Basically, when you hold it with both hands, it'll create an AoE explosion of flame that will damage everything around you. It's also a somewhat slower greatsword, basically. But when fully upgraded, the weapon deals 480 points of physical damage when you two-hand it, which makes it one of the best physical attack weapons in the game without needing you to have a high strength stat. So it's a non-scaling weapon, and the only way to get it is to scaling weapon that deals 480 physical damage. And I think you can buff it, but
This great bow, I shan't need it, with no dragons to hunt. I know not if a human could even operate it. But here, thy need outweighs mine.
Oh, and apparently we can get his great bow after killing Calamite and talking to him. Good.
I suspect that was taking a gander at it, but the dark of the abyss
Yeah.
has swallowed poor Artorias. Threatens to devour our entire land of Ulasil. It seems that this dire fate is unavoidable, but seduced by a dark serpent or no, they awoke that thing themselves
Oh, man.
and drove it mad. One's demise is always one's own making.
So, that's actually a pretty massive spoiler. We didn't see him, but the Dark Wraiths have a master, and the master is basically responsible for awakening their ability to harness humanity, and, like, Oasil is connected heavily to New Londo, I think. And basically, because of that, I think he's implying that Manus was a Dark Wraith, or at least that the Dark Wraith's leader connected Manus to something, and that's the reason that Manus himself actually became, well, basically lost himself to his own humanity and became the Abyss itself. I don't necessarily believe that, but yeah, that Dark Serpent's leader, he's actually pretty relevant to the lore as well. We won't be seeing him on this playthrough. I don't know. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do with that information.
Do not mistake my words. I cherish my work. Wood carving is a nuanced art. I would have much to talk about with that blacksmith. In truth, how is the old chap, I wonder? Still hammering away, I should hope.
Yeah, he's friends with the giant blacksmith back in Air Londo. Huge friends. They never stopped being friends. So it's good to know he still cares about him.
Farewell, proud human. May every honor be bestowed upon thee.
Thank you, Hawkeye Go. You are a tremendous badass. Oh, since we're here, let's look at these rings, huh? Hawkeye Go. The Hawk Ring, one of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hawk Ring belonged to Hawkeye Go, who led the Great Archers. Boosts bow damage so that arrows fly like they were shot by Go's great bow, which took down high-flying dragons. And since we're also here, I'll talk about the Leah Ring. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Leah Ring belonged to Ornstein the Dragon Slayer. This ring strengthens counters with pierce weapons. Basically, a counter hit is when you hit an enemy when they're in the middle of their attacking animation. It's not the same as parrying their enemy, but rather you're taking advantage of an opening in their form, or you're getting extremely lucky with connecting an attack when you're trying to trade blows with an enemy. As a result, you deal bonus damage. That's called a counter hit. Now, what Leah Ring does is that it increases the damage you can inflict on the enemy when you use a counter hit, and that counter hit damage can get pretty high with a Leah Ring equipped. We're not going to homeward bone because the bonfire is just a short way away, and we're at the end of the episode anyway. In fact, there's really only one place left for us to go. If this episode were shorter, I could have probably done some extra stuff, but no. This episode is called Prepare to Die for a reason. That's because we're dealing entirely with the DLC content. Sanctuary Garden. We're not going to kindle the Sanctuary Guardian bonfire. That's actually pretty pointless to do. But I do want to... Sometime after you defeat either Manus or Knight Artorias or even Calmi, I don't know what the exact trigger is, but you can come back here and test your luck against 2 Sanctuary Guardian bosses at the same time. Now, we had trouble with 1, and that was when we were at a much lower level than what we were at already. So, we're not going to test our luck today. Besides, we're actually running into overtime. I should have explained this guy's function to you way earlier in the Let's Play when we unlocked the ability to talk to him. Notification. We will be conducting server maintenance from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Please log out from the game server. Oh, jeez. Well, this is kind of weird. I didn't expect us to actually get that. As you see there, that's an insane amount of damage for our Dark Bead to do. But yeah, while that's playing up there, we'll just continue on for our day, because we're at the end of the stream anyway. Hey, remember Aishwein? Dom Hall of Xena.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
You can buy the Master Key from him at this point once you get him to move the Filing Shrine. But honestly, it's a pretty worthless item to have at this point in the game. Because to get this, you have to basically decide to either backtrack from the Death's Bonfire all the way back to Filing Shrine after you killed the boss, or you just went back down to Blighttown and then decide to just ring the second Bell of Awakening. Basically, you don't have a reason to get the Master Key from Dom Hall at the point in the game where you unlock the ability to get it, so it's pretty worthless to get. But the best thing about Dom Hall, when he moves to Filing Shrine, is his ability to sell armors relating to several bosses you can kill over the course of your playthrough. So we have the Iron Golem armor, Ornstein's armor. If you kill Ornstein last, you get Ornstein's armor unlocked. If you kill Smo last, you get Smo's armor. And even the DLC is inspired from this. You can buy the Artorias set from him if you have the DLC installed. Which you will, since this is the remaster, but it worked this way back in the original game as well. You just had, you had to kill DLC characters in order to unlock their armor set. If you killed Lord's Blade Siren in Hawkeye Go, you'd have to buy their armor sets from Dom Hall as well. But this is that's the only way to get those DLC armors.
Well, that is a shame then, but no matter. No, not to come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade. There'll be more in store for us.
Yeah, sorry to skip through that, but there's somewhere else I need to go. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Dusk again. Only after we do that can we bookend basically everything we did in the DLC. And I did mean bookend. Like, literally that's the end of it. Now, let's see here. Remember when we got the Titanite slab in the cow meat boss area? There's actually parts in the game besides that place where we'll be able to find guaranteed drops for the slabs relating to all the other major upgrade paths. So basically, in the DLC alone, we'll be able to get a white Titanite slab, a blue Titanite slab, and a red Titanite slab. What we need to do is find them. Well, I'll be finding them off screen because they'll be important. Those are very important upgrade materials, because I do want to get the upgrade material trophies. And since we have the second Titanite slab, we can get the Lightning Ascension or Crystal Ascension trophy once I have enough Titanite chunks to upgrade a lightning weapon high enough for that type of thing. Alright. Darkroot Basin. Hey, buddy. You're dead. Oh, wait. You do more damage. Okay, that's interesting. Alright. So, Dark Bead Huh. Not as potent a spell as I remember, but then I haven't used anything large enough for it to really be... Okay. Alright, whatever. Dusk of Oasil. Let's talk.
I am Dusk of... It is
Yeah.
special.
Now, you talked to her once.
My home of Ulasil was reduced to ashes long ago in my time. I have been alone ever since, but to be summoned thus, and to be of service to thee, it is most rewarding. Oh, forgive me. Such a long past time is none of thine concern.
But talk to her again.
This may strike thine ear as somewhat peculiar, but long ago, in my homeland of
Oh my
Ulasil,
god. Not right
I
now,
was
buddy.
beset by a creature from the abyss. I would have perished then, were it not for the great knight Artorius. In truth, I saw little of what transpired, for mine senses were already fled. But even still, there was something about Artorius, a certain balance of the humours that quite perfectly fits your semblance. Heavens, could it be that... Oh, dear me. That was Ulasil, many centuries ago. Please excuse my fanciful musings.
So that's it. She basically realizes that she recognizes you, but she's not going to tell you outright.
If thou art in need, I wish to... May the flames guide...
Yeah. So that's it. Dusk has one last message of thanks for you because she's able to recognize that you're her actual rescuer. And basically, you also know by now that the Darkroot Garden and the Darkroot Basin is basically what happened to Oasil in the future. I'm not even sure if we actually stopped the halting of the Abyss or not. But it is technically a ruin, and it's technically not a place for people to live in anymore. And that is a bit of a shame for its own merit. Well, alright. I think that's going to be it for today's episode. The reason I titled this episode Prepare to Die is because it was named after the Prepare to Die edition. Oh, okay. It was named after the Prepare to Die edition, which is available for the PC version of the game. I'll probably get killed by this invader. Yeah. Harry Bottom. Alright. What a way to end this episode. Alright. So, that's pretty much going to be it for today's episode. We've conquered the Abyss, we rescued a legend, we made our own legend, and we discovered a lot more regarding the setting's lore. And I mean, a huge cornerstone of its lore. If that's not an accomplishment, I don't know what is. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked today's video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time when we resume our quest to fill the Lord Vessel with all 4 Great Lord souls. Praise the sun, everyone. Have a good day.